Oh, what's going on out there, YouTube? It's STL0320 representing JVS. So I am live doing a live TV review for Game of Thrones, the series finale, season finale of episode 8. This is episode 6. We don't even know what the title is. I'm going to try to break down my thoughts of the episode as best I possibly can. Hopefully you guys have already seen it. If you haven't seen the episode, wait, come back to this because I'm going to be going kind of deep into spoilers, but I'm not going to go too drawn out. I'm just going to kind of hit certain key points of what I thought about the episode in general. So the episode for me, I think was based on the way that they paced it, based on the way that they, did it. I think the episode as a whole was a fantastic episode. I think that the thing that throws me off is that they subverted every expectation that I could have even maybe had. So let's just touch on the small bit. Like when, your girl Daenerys was like on her high horse and talking to the Unsullied, to the Dothraki, like, we're gonna make sure we cleanse everybody. We're gonna free everybody, quote unquote. And anybody that doesn't listen is done. We're not just gonna stop here. We're gonna go across the world. I was like, yo, she is shell, like for real. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I don't know how Jon can take this. And your boy Tyrion, one of the things I'll say about with Tyrion, what they did well with Cersei and with Jaime, is they still gave them a great death. Because in the first one, we didn't even get to see it, like episode 5. When he went up to them and saw their body just underneath the rubble, like I felt that weight. That's what normally with Game of Thrones they give you. Like they give you that shock, that emotional turmoil. And I think that your boy Peter Dinklage was phenomenal in this episode. Like some of the stuff that he did in this episode made up for any of the stupidity, any of the things that he was written in the remainder of the past 2 seasons. Because the way that he went and stood up to Daenerys is like, man, forget your pen, forget them bells, forget these pens. You know what I'm saying? And then he went and told your boy Jon, like, look, Jon, I love her too. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew it. I mean, when they were on the boat, like doing their thing together, like I kind of felt like Tyrion legit had feelings for her. It wasn't going to be ever received. And it was kind of just like, he was like, look, this cannot stand. Like, he was like, no, that's my queen. Like, I was like, Jon, you can't just sit there and ride with this, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, what messed him up, which the trump card, which I'll say Tyrion is a tacticianer because of this, was when he mentioned the sisters. And I was like, yeah, Jon's going to confront her one way or another. And then the crazy thing was, Daenerys was being so disrespectful. Like, when she was going and say her little spiel or whatever, she looked at Jon, didn't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Andre Boy Grey Worm as the master of war. And I was like, what the flip? And then the crazier thing was when Jon went and confronted her and was trying to talk with her. Initially, she was just like, no, like, it's all good. Like, we will change them. They will come to understand. I was like, yo, you were sounding like a female Anakin Skywalker. Like, for real. Like, because everything you're saying don't make sense. Everything you're saying is just like all the way off, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I just didn't know how it was gonna go because your girl Arya is a straight up ninja. Like, I don't know how Arya just sit there and popped up right next to Jon, like past the Unsullied, past everything. They stood on explaining all that. But she was just basically like, at the end of the day, and Tyrion said too, like, you are her biggest threat, period. She's gonna come to you eventually. It's never gonna be able to work. It's never gonna be able to last. Like, and Arya spelled it out for him, and it was kind of just like, it was so messed up, bro. And I could feel all the pain in him. The crazier thing was the dragon kind of let it slide when he kind of walked past, and then, man, I didn't know if he used needle or what. He just straight up shanked her, man. Like, and I was just like, dang, it won't Arya. Like, Jon just did it. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of just like, I was waiting for there to be a moment, like a heroic moment, where the dragon was just gonna like breathe fire on him and he was just gonna live. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of would counter some of the things they kind of laid in stone, I think around the 5th or 6th season or whatever. But if he would have gotten like fire breathed on him and everybody kind of witnessed it, he just survived, like, okay, he's the rightful king. Like, nah. I was sitting there, even when the dragon kind of didn't breathe fire on him and went and like threw it at the throne, I was like, you know what? Nobody gets the gosh darn throne. Forget the throne. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was really dope. Shout out to Charlie. He predicted that, and he also predicted the book that Sam helped give the title to, Fire and Ice. I thought that was a great touch. Shout out to you, Charlie Mercy. Awesome. Definitely go check him out. But then when Jon kind of did it, I was like, and the dragon just rode off with Dany's body. I was like, what is gonna go down? And then, like, they did this, like, long, drawn-out montage, and it was kind of just like Tyrion just walking out, and I was sitting there thinking, oh, man, Jon found a way. It worked out. Like, Jon is the rightful king. Like, no. Like, everybody's like, yeah, Jon, you're staying down there. Like, yeah, this isn't gonna work. And then they all just collectively, that's the only time in this episode that I kind of felt like, this is just, I don't know, like, it kind of felt off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was kind of like, this doesn't seem like the same show. It felt like a game host kind of situation. Just had the dude from the Red Wedding just pop up. He's in there. Sansa was like, yo, sit down. But ultimately, you know what I'm saying, they came to the resolution thanks to your boy Tyrion that, you know, I mean, Sam made a good point. Sam was like, look, let's just make a vote. Everybody be able to vote. Like, they were like, nah, forget that. But Tyrion was like, okay. When he was starting to talk, I was like, what's a good story? I was like, who got a better story than Jon? Like, the boy came back from the dead. Like, he lost the love of his life first time. He had to lose the love of his life the second time. He didn't want any of that. I was like, he's got the greatest story. And then all of a sudden, they were like, nah, Bran. I was like, wait, what? This nigga don't give a flip about anybody. Like, he puts people in position for this. And this is the thing that I don't know how to articulate. I don't know how to really, like, comment on it very efficiently, because I don't like Bran. I don't think he cares about life in general. I think that he puts people in these kind of positions as pawns to get to where he needs them to get. In other words, Jon's whole lineage spill was not even about Jon getting to the throne. It was about putting Daenerys in a situation that she was going to be emotionally compromised to the point that she loses all expectation and she eventually kind of relents her own throne. And he eventually gets on that throne. Just like Arya needed to be in the position, but first Littlefinger had to die so Arya could be able to get the dagger, so Arya could be able to protect Bran, so, you know, Bran wouldn't get killed by the Night King. Which, the Night King situation never got really... I was disappointed in that, to be honest with you. Like, I was kind of like, there's more to it than that. I don't really trust Bran, but nah, they give this ninja the kingdom. The 6 kingdoms, because your girl Sansa was like, nah, bruh, we ain't letting that slide. North ain't gonna get ruled by anybody. I'm sorry, Bran, but we gonna be working independent, you hear me? So Sansa was like, alright, well, I'm gonna be the queen of the North. And so everybody kind of had their own little thing going on. Arya's going off and doing her own little thing. Like, she's going traveling, which I get. I knew she wasn't gonna be a lady. I knew she wasn't gonna be with the old dude. But then your boy Jon, they were like, well, he gotta be the sacrificial lamb, right? So, wait, what? Like, really? And they were like, yeah, we're gonna put him right back on the wall. I was like, this man died for that gosh darn wall. His watch had ended. They were like, nah, yeah, we're putting him back up there. And I was like, I felt bad for a minute. I really did, because I was like, he don't want that. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to do this anymore. And I was like, how y'all gonna do Jon Snow like that? After all this, like, not only is he not gonna be titled, not only is he gonna still be considered a bastard, like, he's not even gonna get anybody to recognize who he is. I was sitting there thinking Varys went and sent his letters out so people knew, but then it made me understand that Varys sent the little girl, and the little girl was the one that got burnt. So, of course, the message didn't get out, I guess. I'm assuming these things. But your boy Jon never gets recognized for who he actually is. But at the end of the day, they went and showed this interesting clip towards the third act where your boy was there, the redhead dude was there, and finally, for you Ghost fans, y'all finally got, you know, that moment where, you know, Ghost lost the gosh damn ear, but he was with, you know, saying Jon, and I was happy for that, because then he got to leave with, you know, the free folk, the wildlings, and it was interesting because they're going beyond the wall, which is scary, because I was like, the White Walker's not gonna come back, right? I mean, they always come back every 1,000 years, but whatever. So, I mean, I think everybody had their own good ending, I guess, for the most part, as good as it could be. But your boy shanked Dany. Dany died. Dany got shanked. And the dragon let it happen. That's the crazy thing. The dragon was like, you know what? This is what drove my mother to this. I'm gonna burn it all. And that's the crazy thing. It's interesting, beautiful symmetry. And the good part about the finale was Ghost and John reuniting. I think that the episode as a collective was designed perfectly. It's just it doesn't pay off anything that you wanted. Like those people that had issues with the Last Jedi probably were just gonna be like all in their feelings about this episode. There's even a moment with Tyrion, Davos, Bronn, what's the name, Brienne, and Sam. And the funny thing about that is that I think that's the same exact crew, minus Jaime, that when Tyrion was like, what if we all survive this? Ironically, not only did they survive the Battle of Winterfell, they end up being the advisors of the new king. You know how crazy that is? Like, I mean, it was written very well. It's just, it's not what we wanted. It's not, I honestly, I was like, man, let Tyrion be the king. If you ain't gonna let Jon be the king, let Tyrion be the king. I don't like Bran. I think that Bran played all these mind games with people. Like, even he was like, yo, where the dragon at? You know what? I'm gonna go to my quarters and find him. What you gonna do with the dragon? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have got the guy stirring dragons and helped out with Winterfell. You know what I'm saying? So that's my only real gripe is I didn't like the fact that Bran being the king and Jon not. I really do. I felt a way about that. It's like I felt anticlimactic, but all my faves are still alive, so I can't complain. Really makes me feel weird. I agree. I feel the same way. And it's like, as a whole, it doesn't tarnish the series as a whole, in my personal opinion. I don't think it did. It stayed true to what Game of Thrones is. Like, if you put expectations down, you gonna get that swatted down. Forget it, smat it down. It's down. So, yeah, I think it lived up to that. It's just sad, bro. I was sitting there thinking, you know, maybe Danny, maybe... I know where you know. I'm not streaming.
Hey, world.
Alicia, stop. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, my bad.
We gotta talk about this when you finish with the people.
Okay, we'll have a conversation about it. I think my wife is a little emotional about it.
I like it though. I like it. It makes sense.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense for the show.
It makes sense.
I'm just kind of...
I'm just like, yes, Sansa ain't gotta bend no knee. She done paid her dues. Sansa get to be Queen of the North. You know why? Because if anybody earned it, Sansa earned it. Sansa earned it.
But I don't know how I feel about the way they left my man Jon.
No, okay, real rap. Nah, don't come for me. Jon don't need to be king. He don't got it in him. Not for real. Jon want to do what's right. Not saying.
but your boy Bran is not. I don't think Bran is a human.
But I also feel like Jon is a soldier.
I mean, he is.
So what is he gonna do in time of peace and rebuild? He's a soldier. Let him go out with the free folk and rebuild their life.
I mean, I agree. I do like that he got to reunite with his dog.
He got to reunite with his whole heart. He's a wildling.
I mean, he was. That was where his wife was. Well, not his wife, his girl that got killed.
He didn't want that. He didn't want that life. So he didn't. So he didn't need that.
But
and Sansa get to be queen of the mother flipping North.
I think everybody
and
like
you know
that.
what? Tyrion outlived his whole family. Hashtag Tyrion for the mother flipping win. Okay, I'm saying at the end, I'm just like, yo, Tyrion is the only Lannister left.
There is none.
There ain't none.
Unless Brienne's pregnant for some reason.
She ain't. Ain't not a Nan Lannister but Tyrion. And I rock with it.
Well, we're gonna talk about it.
And he needed to kill Dany. He needed to be the one. Cause he killed her. We killed her with love. Cause he
I mean, he gave her every chance. Though.
As soon as he gave her that hug and he said, "You'll always be my queen," I was like, oh, he about to kill. I knew it. In that moment, when he said, "You'll always be my queen," that was to say that something was about to change.
I thought she was gonna kill him. To be quite honest with you.
Nah, she won't get that.
I'm surprised Grey Worm even let him close to her.
Because she was protected by the dragon, but the dragon was like, "You a Targaryen,
you know where you go ahead. Yeah, dragon could have burned him, but the dragon was like, "Nah, you know what? My mom was crazy."
And the thing is, remember, Jon is also a Targaryen.
Yeah.
So the dragon has a connection to him too. So he was like, "Dang, that sucks. Let me take her." But dang. All right, go be with the people.
All right. But anywho, Yeah, I think again the episode as a whole, the way it was designed, was a perfectly designed episode. It didn't. I felt a way about certain things, and there's still certain things that never ever got answered. Like especially when it came to the Night King, I think they should have spent like maybe a good 3 episodes with that. That would have helped out with season 8 in the long run. Just answering certain questions, answering certain things that you're kind of like, what? Wait, why? Maybe okay. I mean, I don't have a problem with the whole Dany sliding to the dark side thing. I mean, I think that it was kind of telegraphed. I think they could have done a little bit more with telegraphing through the progression of like other episodes for sure. But I don't think they need another season for that. As a whole, I really did enjoy season 8. It's gonna be an interesting discussion. I'm gonna have the conversation with Jarrell a little bit later on, but I gotta go ahead and edit this full reaction for you guys. I'm gonna be posting that full reaction for free. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. It's gonna be on our Team JVS website. So yeah, definitely go and check out teamjvs.com. Yeah, we're gonna put the full episode up there, the full entire reaction. So I'll talk to you guys later on. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Make sure you leave your comments. Make sure you like. Make sure you share this. Shout out to the writers, shout out to the crew, shout out to everybody that has been a supporter for us covering Game of Thrones. We're going to have a discussion sometime tomorrow in group, and I'll try to have a discussion tonight with Jarrell. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't going to stop. Have a blessing, guys. Peace. Crazy show. Gosh, dog. I tell you what. Ooh, Dany. R.I.P. to Dany. Yeah.